The first building is just over that ridge.
Thanks, Dimitri.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's Damron. We're playing Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, making our way through the campaign, getting all the campaign-related achievements in a single playthrough. We're also showing you all the locations for the Red Circus operation to, do the floppy disk, Operation Chaos, all that as well, so you can get the challenges. So we are on Echoes of a Cold War. There's a few achievements in this mission, actually one of the hardest achievements in the game. But the first thing that we're going to get is our second piece of evidence for Operation Red Circus. So you're going to kind of make your way in the beginning of the level. You're going to be outside, and eventually you're going to come to this first kind of bunker. You're going to have some destroyed catwalks. Again, you're going to have to come in here. You can't miss this. You're going to come in on the second floor. All you need to do is drop down to the first floor. Right in the middle of the room on this table here is our second piece of evidence for Operation Red Circus. As I mentioned in prior guides, though, you don't really actually have to collect these unless you want to do the in-game challenge. You can always come back and just do the side missions as a kind of separate playthrough. So the next achievement we're going to talk about is Patriot Arrow. Continue on into the mission until you kind of forced to fall from a zip line. You're going to lose all your weapons and you're just going to be left with your knife. And then you're going to be kind of separated from woods, making your way through the underground portions of these bunkers, and you're going to come across this frozen soldier here. So it's going to have a icon to examine it. It's going to be a little bolt inside that soldier, and when you pick it up, you're going to see a number kind of flash on your screen. So that's how you know you in fact did it correctly. So you're definitely going to know that you got it. And then just kind of continue on, and just after that arrow, kind of jump to the right into this room here. You're going to see a few soldiers in this corridor. We just need to have them kind of walk further up because we need to kind of cross to the other side here. And when you cross this corridor into this other room, you're going to see the recurve bow sitting right here next to a weapons crate. So that's the bow that we need. So hang on to that bow. You're going to progress your way several, quite a way distance into the mission. This is a pretty fun bow to use. Keep in mind that if you do want to use it, you can always pick up your arrows from the enemies that you take out with it. But nonetheless, progress into the mission a little bit and make sure you do not drop this bow. Keep it until you get to another zip line, which is a little bit further into the mission. And then when you're on this zip line, you need to use the recurve bow in order to take out an enemy soldier. And when you do that, you'll pop the Patriot Arrow achievement. So that's another achievement off the board. Now, one of the things that I want to just go ahead and talk about right now is another achievement called Old Faithful. You're probably going to get it near this point in the game, but I highly recommend that we get an AK-47 for the next part of this achievement guide. But the Old Faithful achievement is to get 200 kills with an AR. So you're probably going to get that naturally. Tons of ARs throughout the game. AK-47 is certainly the Old Faithful, and we definitely want it for this next achievement, which is Explosive Finish, to kill 12 enemies with explosive barrels while riding the server lift at the end of this mission. And this is probably the hardest achievement in the game, especially on veteran difficulty. If you want to do it on an easier difficulty, go ahead. But I'll show you on veteran here, this is facing the direction that we start. I like to just kind of stay up in this corner and kind of protect myself. The first barrel is going to be right there in front of us, and then just up another level is another barrel. So that's going to be 6 of our 12 enemies right there that we can get. And then after this, just kind of want to stay alive, right? Again, this is veteran, so this is pretty challenging. But I back to the kind of back up a little bit, and you should see another barrel to the left here. Take that out for 3 more enemies, and then the kind of thing's going to crash a little bit and shake. It's really hard to hit anything right here, but I've moved back up to the original corner that I was in, so I can kind of hit that barrel down there, which is 3 more. I'm going to hit this barrel, turn around, and hit another barrel, and that's going to be plenty of enemies for the Explosive Finish achievement. Now, that is a challenging achievement to get. If it doesn't pop by the time you kind of get up to the very top, you have a limited window to kind of press start and restart your checkpoint. As your screen starts to fade, you're going to go into the next kind of portion of cinematics. So if you happen to not unlock the achievement there, just restart that checkpoint and you can kind of try that over and over. But again, it is very challenging on veteran difficulty. If you're having trouble with it, just go ahead and restart the mission on normal or recruit or whatever and come back in here and bang that out. We're just kind of banging everything out in one playthrough. So as always, I hope you guys are enjoying it. I hope you're finding it helpful, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video as we continue our 100% achievement guide of Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War.
He's operating without authorization.
I'll let Adler know.